What's up, chess players? My girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend, decided to disgrace me today, asking me a bunch of chess-related questions, so I hope it's gonna be funny because, well, I'm definitely gonna be embarrassed. I have no idea what the questions are, so let's see. Let's get started. I think question to start. So a chess sport is having 64 squares, 32 black and 32 white, and of course it's very important to remember which square is which, so that if I say e7, you can immediately say that it's a dark one. Hope it's a dark one. So yeah, because that helps you when you calculate the variations a lot. So yeah, that is one of the first exercises my coaches made for me when I was like 6 years old, because yes, that's tremendously important. Here it goes. I have no idea because there are a bunch of those very famous games. I guess Evergreen is referring to the Anderson game, but opponent, no idea. And frankly, I'm even not sure that it was a Anderson game, but he definitely played a very nice game, which, yeah, I enjoy a lot, but whether that one is Evergreen, no idea. Options would help me a lot. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna stick with my initial idea, which is a game of Anderson. Hopefully I'm correct with that one. Nice. Wow. Like in the recent World Chess Championship, there was the longest game of 154 moves. I mean, not the last match, but before that, when Magnus Carlsen played against Jan Nepomniachtchi, and that was the longest game in the history of World Chess Championship. But in general, I have no idea. I suppose it should be more than 200 moves, because you know there is a 50 move rule. When no pawns are moving and no exchanges are happening, then it's considered to be a draw. So I suppose it's pretty possible that the game gets to more than 200. Obviously, I have no idea about the correct answer. As for me, I didn't really have such a long game. My personal record in terms of time is like 7 hours and a little bit. And that was, yeah, that was definitely less than 200 moves, but that was quite a lot. So, no idea. But I would say, let me pick a number, 243 moves. I'm gonna go with C, 260, whatever. Yay! I guess that means a checkmate. But the way the question is asked is a little bit confusing, that is why. Two moves, a false mate, f3, e5, g4, queen h4, checkmate. Chess is invented in India, if I'm not mistaken, but initially it wasn't the chess that we know today. It was a little bit different, but I mean, the almost everything is kind of the same. And I guess a castle was invented much later on. Even like at some point, chess has migrated from India to Europe in Middle Age, somewhere 14th, 15th century. And then they invented the castle, and then yeah, pretty much chess has become exactly as we know it today. And actually, for me, it's incredible that over not thousand, but hundreds of years, the rules haven't really changed, and we still enjoy the same game today as it was like 200 years ago. It's a little bit sad that now with the computers, of course, it's Yeah, it's not solved, of course. It's basically impossible to solve it till the end. But still, when you're playing a tournament against very strong players, it's so difficult because they all prepare those theoretical lines for 30 moves, and sometimes you are not even get fun out of that. That's a bit sad, but still, the game is incredibly beautiful. Okay, I guess it's something between Keen is hopeless and Keen is dead, because Keen needs helps. Keen needs help. I mean, that's too late for help, right? It's a checkmate already. And the first one, what was it? King is alone. Well, checkmate is possible even if there are a lot of pieces in front of the king, but it doesn't help. So that one I don't like. So I would say king is dead. Yay! Wow. I guess it's called Shahranch. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but I guess it's something like that. Wow. Actually, is not what I expected. Then I'm gonna go with Go, just because that's something I know. I mean, it's definitely not checkers. That would be weird. And the other two I don't know. I mean, this Chaturanga or whatever it is called, that feels kind of that it could be a correct answer. But at least I know what Go is, so let me pick Go. Okay. Okay, we can't know everything. I would say 1500 years. I mean, if you count the initial one, not the modern version of chess, but like the first version. Yay! It was Wilhelm Steinitz. But to be honest, I don't really know the year he became the world champion. I guess it's like the ending of the 19th century. I guess it should be around 1886 or something like that. Played against Zuckertort, I guess. Yeah, and I guess the match was actually pretty intense. And I mean, everybody knows, or yeah, I hope everybody knows Wilhelm Steinitz today, but Zuckertort, not really. And the whole history could have been completely different if Zuckertort have won the game back in the time. And of course, we have Paul Morphy, who is not officially world chess champion, but he was definitely the best player back in the time, but there was no world chess championship match. So the International Chess Federation is called FIDE, and I believe it's kind of a French translation or abbreviation from French, because yeah, because there is no word chess in it in English, like FIDE, there is no C. F should be federation. I guess it's international. What could be D? D? No idea. But I believe the E is etches, which is chess in French. But yeah, no idea whether I'm correct with that. It's called the ELO, and it's called that way because a mathematician professor has invented the system, and his surname, if I'm not mistaken, was ELO. But what is funny is that like the today's system, if he would see it, he would say that it's or maybe he said that it's really stupid, because nowadays we have a huge inflation of the ratings, and a lot of chess players are complaining about that, because there are so many players that have like 1000 rating, and before that, like some years ago, we had a minimum of 2000, and now it's 1000, so it creates a total mess. And you still need to get that 2500 to become a grandmaster, for example, but it's not the same 2500 as it was 20 years ago, because back at the time we had like, I don't know, 50 grandmasters in the world, and now we have 1500. So that is a huge difference. And yeah, another problem is, for example, there are a great number of talented players from India who have ratings like, I don't know, 17, 1800 or 2000, but they are playing like 2500. And then you're completely stuck playing against them. Very unlucky, but that's just how life is nowadays. Well, the highest title is Grandmaster. They haven't invented another one yet. There are some talks about Super Grandmasters, where whether you need it and so on, because now like a 2500 rated Grandmaster is or player has the same title as Magnus Carlsen, who is like 2850 rating or whatever he has now. And that feels a little bit weird, but there is no other title in chess. I mean, there is also #1 player in the world, but I guess it's not really a title, so I would pick the Grandmaster one. Yeah, it is a funny, but at the same time a little bit dangerous question, because yeah, some people are making those jokes that chess is a racist game because the players with the white pieces always starts first. But I mean, somebody has to start first. So yeah, white has a little bit of an advantage in chess. The engine says it's around 0.3. But in terms of chess theory, it really means a lot when grandmasters are playing. The player with the white pieces has the initiative, has a start, and because you're making the first move, and it's like you're having an extra tempo, and that of course means a lot in chess. And then black is trying to equalize and eventually overtake the initiative. Yeah, but white is making always the first move in chess. I have literally no idea about it. But it was a pretty good invention, because if you don't have it, you always need to transport this huge chessboard. I also have it, and it's like, it's great when you have it at home, but it's very difficult to take it with you. So the guy who invented that was a genius, but I have no idea who was it. I need to find a profession. Hmm. I guess a librarian. 1988. Wow, that feels incredible, because those famous matches that Garry Kasparov has played against Deep Blue. Deep Blue was the name. It was 97. So it's like in 11 years. In 88, the computers were so strong to beat a Grandmaster. That sounds incredible. And obviously I have no idea what was the name of it. Let me go with Macintosh. Not like that helps somehow, but I guess it's something starting with deep. So let me go on with deep pink. I remember a funny story about that. When a guy came to the king, and that was kind of an argument they had, and the king thought, yeah, okay, 2, 1, 2, 4, 8, it's not gonna be a lot. And then at the end of the day, he needed more than he has in his entire kingdom. So that was pretty horrible for him. But yeah, it's gonna be a huge number, which I obviously don't know on the top of my head. But it's, yeah, around the number of elements in the entire universe or something like that. Yeah, I would definitely go with the last one because everything else seems to be not that much. Hopefully everybody survived. No idea what was the game, but I mean, that's great. They make those incredible things using chess because it popularizes chess a lot. And I have heard a little bit that they made something like that recently, but I also don't know what was the outcome. So hopefully the Earth won the game. Okay, at least we didn't lose. It's called the correspondence chess, and I never really understood that. I mean, at least in our times, like before, 40 years ago, it's clear because you don't have any computers and you have time to analyze it with yourself. Nowadays, when everybody has a computer, it's like a battle of computers, and for me, it feels so boring. And if you're playing alone without a computer, then you're gonna lose all of the games. So what's the point even? Let me know in the comments if you ever play the correspondent games, because I really don't get it. Possible games of chess. I mean, that's even because I remember that the possible number of positions on a chessboard is, yeah, somehow either bigger or around the same as a number of atoms in the universe. But but the number of chess games is even much higher because you have all of those repetitions. I mean, yeah, I definitely pick this option. Yeah, I've done it. Well, I'm not a magician, but it's great to be an expert because, well, it means I know something about chess history, which is nice. And of course, let me know in the comments how many right answers you have managed to give for those questions. And thank you for being with me today. And thanks for my beautiful girlfriend for making this interview possible. And by the way, she is responsible for all of the thumbnails, all of the edited videos that you see on this channel. So without her, it wouldn't be possible at all. So thank you very much.